Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be updating our Rakdos One Ring deck in Historic. This is a deck that I played both best of 1 and best of 3, had a lot of success with it. Crucius got nerfed, so we do need to reconfigure the way we are building this. So the season reset, I got about 5 games in with this new build. I'm 4-1 with it, losing to the mirror. But overall, like with variants of the deck, I'm 27-8 overall. And 7-0 against Wizards in best of 1, only 1 loss to Rakdos. So the deck's been putting in work, and we are going to take a look at the newest configuration. Some folks have been asking, so I'm going to do a quick run with it, see how it works out, test out some of the new configurations. So notably, Crucius has been nerfed. It's now a 3-1. All those same abilities apply. It's still a threat if it goes unchecked, but it's a lot more susceptible to removal like Orcish Bowmasters now, as well as Stomp, like just cheaper removal that normally wouldn't be able to punish you in that regard. So with the addition, I'm basically configuring, I went down to 3 copies of both One Ring and Sheoldred from past versions, 2 Bone Crusher Giants. I trimmed down to go to 1 Inquisition of Kozilek. I trimmed down 1 Inquisition instead of the 3, we're playing 2. And then I'm using a removal package, so 2 Go for the Throats, 2 Abrades. I'm not playing any Kroxa. While it does help a bit in the mirror for the grindy games, largely in best of 1 the matchups are very fast, so you don't get to that point of the game, and it's not the best play on turn 2 in most games. We'll probably feel it a bit more against like Control, but I think against like Wizards and the other decks, I'd rather just be proactive in that response and kind of go there. The one card I'm considering as well is like Cling to Dust or Sheoldred's Assimilator. There's a lot of Dredge on the ladder, so it is a way to kind of eat at the graveyard and to kind of get that value there. Go for the Throat's another option, but just having cheap ways to interact with the graveyard could be meaningful. The only thing is with that Dredge deck, it does tend to be a little bit more focused on multiple cards in your graveyard at a single time, so something like Hearse isn't as good in that respect, since you don't get to hit it, like you don't get to hit just 1 key card and eliminate that. You have to do multiple cards at a certain time, so it's just not as effective, I find, relative. So I find just killing their creatures oftentimes is better. Braid also helps against the paradoxical outcome decks, or like the Paradox Engine, Aetherflux Reservoir kind of combo decks in that respect. So we're going to give this a shot, see how it plays out. We'll kind of make some configurations. I do want to run into the Dredge decks a little bit more, just to get a feel of how that matchup is, and then see if we do want some additional graveyard hate in that regard. Something I was also considering was a 1 of Primeval Titan. Not Primeval, Inferno Titan, the red one. It does kind of get tutored from 6, so we can discard a Sheoldred or the One Ring. We can kind of get to it. It deals 3 damage kind of incidentally, so it lets us kind of pick how we want to hit our opponent. This sounds fairly reasonable. We got removal on 2. We have 2 plays on 1, so even though our mana base isn't great, still some play. Everybody's got the sweet sleeves now. The heavy played. Okay, so opponent mulligan quite a bit. Could be Dredge. Yeah. The Secret Keeper. So we'll go Inquisition here. Hitting Glimpse is really good. Next turn I could shock in for this Bowmaster, so they'll play the land. The land will get them back the... what's its face? Bloodghast. So we're just going to pass here. Kind of want them to make their plays. I think we're still fine like this. Keep our life total high. We can start pressuring them. They don't typically draw cards in this deck, so the Bowmaster effect's not the strongest. Okay, so Narcomoeba comes out of the graveyard. This is also going to get them back the Prized Amalgam. So Haunted Dead requires 2 cards to be discarded. I think this turn we're just going to set up the Fable, because if I could get Orcish Bowmaster every turn, I could ping a lot of these cheap creatures that they have. We'll just block Prized Amalgam here. I'm going to discard the Blood Crypt next turn, keep the land. I have 2 removal spells, so we could kind of control in that regard. Because they can get it back, I'm not really interested in double blocking here. Okay, so Stitcher comes down. We have dodged multiple copies of I think Thoughtseize here is fine. Not the best card to hit. It does come back, but it does limit the ability of that card. We'll just pass the turn here. Because this card, they want 2 cards in hand. Just deal the 3 here. I could hit the Narcomoeba, but I think at one point a turn, it's not too bad. Probably going to hold the land at this point. Okay, so they get the Bloodghast back. And that's going to get back the Amalgam. Okay, so we have Go for the Throat. Could attack in, but the attack just lets them hit the Stitcher. Which might not be too bad. It gives me the Revolt. I think we just pass the turn. A lot of what I'm trying to do here is just slow pace the game. If that's a land, they can get that back. No blocks here. I think we just kind of keep it. Okay, another Fatal Push is fine. In case we draw Crucius, I want to have a land. We just really want to find a Shieldred. Okay, so they're going to Glimpse here. Okay, so they did hit Wonder. So notably, Wonder does give flying to their creatures. So here, I think we just want to control the board as much as possible. I think we're just taking that damage. It's 2, so that does make us susceptible to Creeping Chill, so I think we have to do this. We're in a little bit of a rough spot. I need to find a Shieldred or a One Ring. Because now they're going to get back all these. If they didn't hit Wonder, we were okay. Because we could have chump blocked on the ground. Yeah, we just didn't draw lines. Or we didn't draw. That was a lot of lines that game. We didn't find any Shieldred, any One Rings. So the variance kind of got us in that regard. We might want Cling to Dust. Or maybe we play an Unlicensed Hearse. try it with a hearse in the main. Like the floor is pretty low on hearse. It's decent against the mirror. It's decent against wizards. Because the problem is once they start going, like we were able to control them a couple turns, but they ended up getting us. Sounds really good. Because what we want to do in that matchup is obviously contain their board. We had the Bowmaster engine going, but the problem is they had Wonders, so then they could get the flying. We couldn't chump block on the ground. But then we also, we usually want like a Shieldred or the One Ring, just something that we can pace our life. We are just taking damage every turn without actually progressing our board state. So this could be like Anvil, maybe. Could be Rakdos. Could just be that they're a Knob aficionado. Usually in this matchup, you don't want to be the first to play your Bowmaster. Hello. Well, while we wait for the opponent, if you're new to the channel, I'm MTG Joe. We do a whole bunch of different content. Particularly, we do meta breakdowns on the channel. Okay, so we're looking same. A lot of this deck today. Okay, so that'll come down. Stitcher will attack. I'm going to want to do this on their end step when I kill this Bloodghast. Go salvage. Okay, so they'll probably keep a land in hand, put the Silver Smote in the graveyard. So this version usually doesn't play Wonder, so gumming up the board is reasonable. Kill this, untap, play that. Just take the damage this turn. I know they can get this back, but it kind of tempos them for a turn. They did hit 2 glimpses, so that is something they can flash back. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get there fast enough to where... I think we're just going to push damage here. We'll take the point from the Stitcher. Okay, so they hit Creeping Chill. This means the Silver Smote will come back. Oof. That was value. Take the damage here. I think we're just gonna ditch 1 here. So we're gonna go Stomp. Go for the Throat, probably. So I can actually do it all. So I'm going to want to take the Spirit off the battlefield to start with. So they can't block. Nope. No. You. I'm going to try to race them here. It's going to be a bit tough because the Creeping Chills kind of gain them life. Yeah, I think if this deck is going to be as popular as it is, we need to have more Graveyard Hate main. Yeah, we're just dead. Too many threats, they're gonna get the thing. Okay, so we need to configure the deck a bit differently. So get rid of Hearse. Get rid of Giant. Soul Guide. So this enables Revolt. It's pretty cheap as just a cycler anyways, so it has value. I could do like a one of Karn. I don't love Karn because it's pretty pricey. Just in terms of like finding your top end threats. I think we get rid of Inquisition and we go Shieldred Assimilator. Let's try out this configuration. Want to see how this plays out. The deck's got a lot of resiliency. So, like, we could put Leyline in the main, but I hate drawing Leyline late. At least Soul Guide, like, where it matters, we have it. Because, like, the problem is with Leyline, it's not like Rest in Peace that comes down and exiles their graveyard. Okay, so hand's reasonable. Okay, so this is the Colorless Storm deck. So we're just going to pick off the engine. Unfortunately, a lot of this removal is going to be dead in this, so we're going to discard it. The Abrade's going to be really good here. So we're going to save it because we want to hit like engine and stuff with that. Lodestone Golem. It's actually like really annoying. This isn't a card that sees much play. Okay, so they have the One Ring. It's gonna start drawing them cards. So if I can find a Shieldred, it'd be nice. I think we just go Fable here. I want to get this Go for the Throat out of my hand. And then next turn I can enable Revolt at least with the Shaman. We'll draw some cards. We're technically shields down. If they draw an engine, they could storm off. So get rid of these two. Okay, so we did find Shieldred. I should have done this earlier. I needed to do that before. So I think I want to have a Braid up here. So we're just going to pass the turn. The reason being, they can pop this Inventor's Fair. This version's also on white, so they might have access to like Sunfall or Sweeper. Yeah, so they get Engine. They draw some cards. Really like to find like a Bowmaster. Probably gonna loot this Takenuma. So they probably only play one engine. So I think we just, or Aetherflux Reservoir. So I think we hit the Aetherflux. Could be wrong. We'll see what they do here. Because they could be on Karn, but if I'm able to kind of hit that, could have some utility. Like, it might have been right to hit the engine, but we'll see. I think I maybe screwed this up, because now they're just going to gain a bunch of life. Yeah, I screwed this up. Because the problem is here, I should have abraded that. So lessons learned there. Because the thing is, if I abrade that, then it lets me do it. If I braided that turn, we're fine. At least for a turn cycle. The problem is, like, once they have the ring going, we didn't have Bowmaster, so it gets a little tricky. I guess what I should have done was, knowing that I had the abrade anyways, I should have looted to see if I draw the Bowmaster, so I could have flashed it in to at least ping them each of those turns and then have access to the abrade, but should have known better there. Keep this in. So this is likely Wizards. Could be like a creativity deck. Okay, not sure if they have like Make Disappear or something. Mana base is a bit unusual for like a Wizards deck. Okay. Easy. We're back on the board. I want to try something. I want to try a Karn version of the deck. Clone. Karn ring. Just want to try. So get rid of Soul Guide, get rid of Assimilator, go back the 2 Inquisition. Or actually, is just Trespasser better? But Trespasser doesn't really hit. So play it like that. Try out something like that. And then do Worm Coil. Go Coding. Go Crypt. Go Sky Sovereign. Go One Ring. The One Ring. Maybe like Pithing Needle. Just kind of go like that. Let's try this one out. Really, I just want to see like how viable this deck is. Like I said, we were doing well against like wizards and stuff. But if it seems like Dredge is a really bad matchup for us, and that's very popular right now, so it might be something we don't want to run into that much. Might need to change. So like maybe we go Yogg instead. Question is, if we do this, do we just go straight mono black? This is actually the first ring we've drawn this entire set. It's a big factor in terms of just like the performance of the deck. Okay. Could be Mill, to which we don't have Kroxa. Oh, I need to play Stonebrain on the side. This could be blue-white control. We'll see. Most blue-white control lists are off Fabled Passage. It was really only a thing when Brainstorm was around. It's fine. Okay, so here Narset's actually like such a pain in the ass. Actually, Bowmaster will be good because they'll have to answer the Shieldred, and then they down tick on Narset, and then I could ping Narset. We could also just, because they play the ring, and then I could set up like a Bowmaster turn. I think getting Fable going, because this can just attack into Narset, so they might not minus on Narset. They might go ring here. Gonna set an upkeep stop, because I want to loot with so they did get Reprieve. Let's see if they just drop the ring here. So kill Narset. Gonna draw for turn. Thoughtseize is also really nice. I think we just get rid of this. I'm gonna drop my ring down here. Because they're kind of priced into like sweeping my board here. If they don't, then I get Fable going. And then they can't really activate the ring into Bowmaster. Or they do it anyways. So they could sweep here. That might be what they're digging for. But if they sweep here, then my Fable flips anyways. Green. Okay, so very basic mana base here. think we probably start off with a... I'll probably still start with Thoughtseize because they could have Wandering Emperor, and I want to keep the Bowmaster alive. Cultivate. So some form of ramp deck. They could have Farewell. So we will want to hit that. They also haven't shown a way to recoup life. So let me see what you're working with, friend. Approach, Union, Reprieve. I mean, they haven't shown a way yet to... But Approach is going to kill me otherwise, so I think we get rid of the Approach. Now I'm going to get rid of the Reprieve. So they're kind of priced into finding a sweeper here. And then even if they do find a sweeper, I can Takenuma back my Shieldred. And then I have the ability to Bowmaster after. So they could also just play the Ring to block themselves for the turn. But now they're just dead. So they do need to respond here. Which they do. Okay, so they protection for the turn. What's the wording? Okay, another Bowmaster is really nice. In this case, so I can do that. I could Bowmaster. Okay, so they take the damage, they take that damage. Farewell. So I'm going to do this just to ping them for a point of damage. So Orcish here. I think we One Ring first since they have Reprieve. Okay, so they're just Turbo Fog. we'll loot away the effect here. We can find a Karn, we're okay. Because then I can start just picking away at their lands. The unions certainly are annoying. Okay, Thoughtseize isn't bad. We can't use it this turn because they have protection. But if I can survive, okay, so they're brokers, it takes out another card. It does gain them some life. Jeez. Okay, let's start with the ring. Just only lands this game, holy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 lands. So Narset's certainly annoying.
No, I have just the trick for this.
Wonder how many approaches they're playing. They could have more fog effects. Okay, so they did find approach the second sun. So we need to find Karn, like, ASAP. Because Karn will at least limit the lands. Oh no, no! Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
Such violence is upsetting.
So we'll do this. Do this. They're 6 cards away. Okay, so you have Teferi's Protection, One Ring, One Ring. Problem is they're just gonna jank me out. I messed this up. Because the problem is here they can draw the cards and then just play the second One Ring. And then draw it for the turn. So we'll discard both of these. Oh, they just drew Farewell. I can't do anything against that. I don't even get the punish with drawing the discard. That feels bad. Feels bad. That is a janky deck for sure. I do think I want Stonebrain, but like that was like 16 lands, no Crucius. think we want Stone Brain. Like, you'd have to expect to draw something there. I don't know if it makes a difference. Like, we obviously attack Narset. We have 3 more cards in hand. We knew one of them was Shieldred. One of them was just like miscellaneous. We just had a lot of dead cards in that matchup. And then the Farewells really hurt us. Oh, God. What is this bullshit? Okay, if people are like teching this hard, then I don't think we can play this deck. Okay, fine. You want to lock out the game? Let's get a move on. A lot of dead cards in this matchup. It's probably 9 lives if I had to guess. Okay, so I can get Karn. I can get liquid metal coating. We actually probably start with getting the One Ring. Or I get Stone Brain and name Approach the Second Sun. Cool. That works. Because with Approach, it's at least going to provide some utility. Okay, Jengantha's Wizards. I think this hand's fine. Probably prefer like one more removal spell, but try to take their second creature here. They just go Balmor here. I have this Braid. And they drew the Arcanist. Try to sneak a Crucius down. Okay. Couple options here, but I think it's just Crucius. Discard Fable, go up. Try to find the One Ring. Okay. Because this gives me a chance to buffer my life to like it fogs them for the turn. And then try to find some removal. Because now the looting on it's actually going to be a bit damaging. The thing is, they did hit us for a bit here. Need to find a fatal push. Good Wizards Lightning us here. Perfect. So I'm probably going to take Balmor off the battlefield. We'll see how wide they go. If they only go singular threat, then I get rid of Symmetry Sage because it can provide more like immediate damage. They could just pop the land. Okay, Bowmasters isn't bad. So we'll go Inquisition. Oh my god, their hands just all gas. They take 5. Jesus Christ. Probably should have killed that. That's our actual first loss. Hand just didn't come together. If we hit a Sheoldred, we're okay, but a little too late on that. Just not doing well with these versions of the deck. Give this one last run. Alright, well, if this is Wizards, this hand's great. It is Wizards. I think given their hand... Nah. Answer the threats. I think we're just going to kill this here. Because I don't want them to get the double Flame of Anor. And because they could have an instant here, I don't want to Orcish because they can prowess. It seems like with the priority that they have an instant. Yeah, so they just Static Discharge there, that's fine. I'm going to take this turn. I'm going to sneak this down. They could go creature. Like the biggest punish if they go Arcanist, give it haste, and then cast back that. We get punished quite a bit. But the sooner I get Fable going, the better. They could get this haste. Okay. So we're taking a chunk here. No, I want to hold up the Bowmaster for there. I think we're just doing this. So we're kind of punished there. Okay, so Karn's actually nice here. So I can go this turn. Don't think they have any 1-mana spells, so they can go Reckless Charge here. But then I can target it. This deals 5 to target creature. If they draw 2, then I get the effect. They could try to do this to target my Tormod's Crypt. So I think we still activate this. So they could Flame of Anor something. We don't want Karn to die here. Could also just get the One Ring here. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they're opting to not do the draw.
I will rid you of your corruption.
Hello, what happened? Okay, picking off the other Arcanist is nice. So the question is, I'm probably blocking here. Because now I can Crucius, I can Blood Tithe. I'll discard this, and then because next turn I could set up the Shieldred. And I also have another One Ring for protection. Okay, so they Birthday Escape here, the Ring Tempts, so this does make it unblockable. And they can make them both technically unblockable. Okay, so they didn't make a mistake there. They could have attacked with both, with the trigger on the stack. Oh, I guess no, because only one creature could be legendary.
Please do not do that.
This Karn, at the very least, has been a good distraction. I should be able to win now, just with Shieldred and the One Ring. Cool. You got it, friend. plus here.
There is great power in defeat.
And then I can kill the one with the ring. Probably let them go to attacks so long as they don't have a buff. So they get the draw trigger. No, because they might get Flame of Anor then. So we'll want to hold off there. As they go Balmor here. We'll just kill this. Yeah, this game's in the book. In the book. Alright, so it kind of hovered around the same. Got a couple different versions of the deck, but let me know what you think in the comments if you found kind of your configuration. But we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.